Hi, I'm Kristin and this is the video for day number 86 of my Song a Day project. And the song that I'm doing is Linger by the Cranberries. If you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being rude, but it's just your attitude. It's tearing me apart, it's ruining every day. I swore I would be true, and heaven, so did you. So why were you holding her hand? Is that the way we stand? You're lying all the time, was it just a game to you? And I'm in so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Oh. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? Ooh, I thought the world of you. I thought nothing could go wrong, but I was wrong. If you could get by trying not to lie, things wouldn't be so confused, and I wouldn't feel so used. But you always really knew I just want to be with you, and I'm in so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Oh. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? And I'm in so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Oh. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Oh. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? That was my rendition of Linger by the Cranberries, a song from the same album as Dreams. And sometimes I think I confuse the two in my head a bit. And I obviously know the two songs since I've now done both of them as part of my project. But sometimes I'll hear the music of one in my head, and I'm not sure initially which one it is until I go on singing it in my head. But that's a really good song, and I've known it since I was in elementary school. I did not know all the words. I knew most of the words. There were a couple lines I had misheard. I thought it was, I'm sure I'm nothing new, but it's just your attitude. But apparently it's, I'm sure I'm not being rude. And I had thought it was, you know it's true with you, I just want to be with you. But it's, you always really knew, I just want to be with you, which makes a lot more sense. But anyway, it's a really good song, and like I might have mentioned before, my dad actually had the Cranberries CDs since I was a kid. He had No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom too, so some of the music that I'm doing, I was the one in my family who was into it, but some of it, I heard from my dad and some stuff from my mom. But anyway, for a lot of people, Linger might make them think of the movie Click, and now it does for me as well, ever since it was used in that. And if I remember correctly, Dolores O'Riordan from the Cranberries was in the movie singing it at an event they were at. But a weird story about Click is when I went to see it in the movies, I used to see all Adam Sandler movies on the day they came out, pretty much. But anyway, when I went to see it, whoever was running the movie messed up. And there's a part in the movie where you think the main character is dead, and they just stopped it there. Turned the lights on, and people started leaving. And I was like, what? And I knew it couldn't be right because there were no credits. I mean, come on, they're gonna have a movie without credits. I think a lot of people would be really PO'd. But, so, either my dad or I think he was one I went to see it with, Although he's not big on Adam Sandler movies, but I think he thought that one was decent. But one of us went out to complain, and they realized and started the movie back up. But that was a pretty big faux pas, especially at that part. And some people, because of that, may to this day think that that was the ending. But and another weird thing about Click is that it I think it was either stolen or taken from an episode of the 1990s show Goosebumps. I had watched some of that show back in the day, but they run reruns of it on that channel, The Hub. And a couple years ago, I watched pretty much every episode. And there's an episode, I believe it was actually called Click, and it was about a universe-controlling remote. So, if they did not get the concept from that legitimately, somebody could be in trouble. It's just too similar. But the movie obviously is better. But anyway, there are sometimes things when I hear a song that if I was doing 2 tracks, would do differently. For that song, I always feel like going "Fool for You" or something in the background. But only 1 track live performance here, so. But anyway, so that was my rendition of Linger by the Cranberries, the song for day number 86 of my Song a Day project. And my little kitty cat boy, Jakey, was up on the table right before it began when I was preparing to start. And he was standing right here, and it would have been cool if he stayed. He was almost going to jump off my shoulder too, which would have been really cool. But here he is, just to say hi, since his initial appearance probably won't be in the video. My little Jakey Beetle. And I'm Kristin Starr. That was the video for day 86 of my Song a Day project. As always, thanks for listening, and please check back often. Peace!